In the Miller Time segment tonight, let's get right to the sage of Southern California. Joins us from Santa Barbara. So, Miller, as we reported last night, looks like Joe Biden may run for president against Hillary Clinton. What say you?
Well, I'm going to shoot this through the prism of empathy and decorum because the poor man lost his son a scant 11 weeks ago. But, you know, I'm not a fan of Joe Biden's, and I would say that when I think of Joe Biden, I think of the phrase term limits. This man became a House of Representatives member when he was 29. He's 72 now, or he will be when he runs for the presidency. He always talks about how he wants to be in public service to help people like me. And I'm saying, Joe, I dismiss you from that task. Go help yourself.
But I have to correct you, Miller. He said he wants to help people except for you. He left you out.
That it's not predicated on him liking me, because God knows I don't reciprocate. But this whole thing about helping people for 45 years, it gets tired to me. I don't like lifers. You know what I mean? Go live your life.
2 terms for senators, and let's see, I'd say 5 terms for congressmen. It should be term limits. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Putin, another good friend of yours, I know you correspond, he's running around and having his son, summer in Russia is like 3 days, so he's making the most of it, according to the BBC. Roll the tape.
It's August and time for another summer stunt by Vladimir Putin. This year, Russia's Action Man president took a plunge deep beneath the Black Sea. Officially, this ride was to examine an ancient shipwreck, but on the comms up above was Russia's Prime Minister. In Crimea today, everything is political.
Well, at least he had clothes on, Millie.
We all live in the Putin submarine. The Putin submarine. You know, Billy, in that little outfit, he reminds me, if you saw Out of Africa, the actor who played Meryl Streep's husband, Klaus-Marie Brandauer, he looks like him if he was Bernie Capel on The Love Boat, that kind of working that sort of look. This guy is beautiful. He is a real Bolshevik artist, and I love it when he does these little things. At least he's interesting. I think they were taking a deep-sea dive on Hillary's trustworthy ratings, is what I understand. You got to get way, way down there to find out how many people still trust Hillary, and that was the deep-sea dive. But at least, like I said, he's interesting. As long as he's killing fellow Russians and not me, I'm all for it.
Now, the Putin is one of the biggest hot dogs in the world. And it's funny because
I think if he actually was a big hot dog, he wouldn't make compensating like this constantly.
Well, what do they say about Reggie Jackson? There's not enough mustard in the world. I mean, this is this guy. But
you know, Putin's nickname in the Politburo is Vienna sausage, and I think that's why you see a lot of these macho things.
Now, Trump says he's going to make Putin his best friend if Trump's elected president. I can see it. I can see those guys together. Can you not see that?
Every day to watch those two go at it it'd be like Celebrity Deathmatch, those claymation things where they fight each other. You know, I read that Putin got back on the surface and he said that he killed 28 dolphins who were giving him stink eye. So every day it's a macho thing with this guy.
All right, bad week for the stock market, although today it rebounded a little bit. And Starbucks, the brass there, has given orders to their baristas, those are the people who give you the coffee, to be nice to people, especially stockbrokers, people that they think are involved with the market. That's a pretty compassionate view, isn't it?
Well, listen, if you've got a guy who's like anxiety-racked day trader because the market fell out this week and he's just ordered a quad espresso, just on a human tactical basis, I would tell you to talk softly with him because he's probably a little wired at that point. I think this will show you how seriously this Howard guy, what's his last name, Billy, the CEO at Starbucks?
Oh, it escapes me.
You know the guy immediately.
Yeah, we have him on a screen now.
You can see.
Howard Schultz.
He takes himself really seriously, Howard Schultz.
Yeah.
Because it's just coffee. You know, I mean, I remember when he said, let's talk about race relations. I went in a couple weeks ago. I said to the barista, I want to talk about race relations. She said, that promotion's over. If you keep it up, I'll call the cops. Now he wants people talk people down off a ledge who've had stock market problems. Hey, Howie, it's a cup of Joe. Can you make it a couple seconds quicker? I know you fancy yourself as Plato over there. You're selling coffee, all right? Lighten up. And, you know, when I get done at Starbucks having some in counseling, I'm going to go over to my shrink and get a caramel macchiato. And then I'm going to go over to Jiffy Lube and talk about string theory with Dookie, the exhaust pipe kit.
You got a full day there, Miller. You know, people don't know this, but Howard Schultz is the son of Sergeant Schultz. All right. And we would like to thank everybody in Las Vegas for the 4th consecutive year. The Don't Be a Pinhead show sold out at Caesars Palace. Charlotte, North Carolina also sold out. Just 25 tickets remain for the St. Louis show at the Peabody. We'll also see everybody in Chicago at the Rosemont, South Florida at the Hard Rock Hotel, Phoenix at the Comerica. Info on BillO'Reilly.com. The show is a blast.